YouTube, look at the oil filter right there. This oil filter is for a 2017 Nissan Altima 4-cylinder 2.5 liter. It's right on the side of the motor. All right, so it's on the passenger side. The plastic that's supposed to be there is gone, but we got it here though. All right, so let me go ahead and start taking this thing off real quick, and I'm gonna see where we go from there. Let me see if I can turn it. See if it's not that tight. Oh, you can turn it right off. All right, so we can spin that off of my hand. So, all right. So we're gonna hand tighten the other one. Let's make sure. See, that's oil right there. That thing actually leaking too. That's oil. That don't make no sense. See my hand? So we gotta make sure that get a little tighter than what it is. So let's go ahead. What we're gonna do, we gotta bust this bolt right here. Let me get a oil pan and everything and get this together. I'll get right back at you. So I had to go get my ratchet. All right, this is pretty much a Mac 2 ratchet with a DeWalt battery. Hey, figure it out. With a 14mm socket. That's all we need to get up on the bottom of this thing. And we still gonna go with that air filter right there. No, we're gonna go with that oil filter over there. That K&W oil filter, part number 1008. All right, so let's go back up there and get this together. Got a dusty, trusty, dusty oil pan right there. All right, so let's try to position this cardboard under here a little better than where I got it. All right, so now I watched a couple of videos, and it's my first time doing it, oil change on the Nissan Altima, but it's really ain't that bad. But I didn't have to take off the cover because, yeah, that control arm there. I didn't have to take the cover off because the oil filter right there, we're gonna get that in a minute, and we're gonna get the oil pan right here. All right, so that's the screw right there for the oil pan. You see it? We got to get that off. So that should be a 14. All right, so I'm hoping it's a 14. Oh, it is a 14. So we got to make sure we got my trusty ratchet in handy. So that's in reverse. That's going forward. We need to spin that. All right, so let's get it. Doing everything by hand because I ain't got my GoPro on me, but we got to get it right here. So get it in there, lock it, and just try to see if you can turn it. There you go. A nice turn on that. So what we gonna do is pop that. Get that out of there. Try to get like a decent controlled flow. There you go. We got it out of there. All right, so try and get some of it. All right, so that's why we got the car sitting on the ramps. All right, and we got this one sitting over here. All right, and plus that jack there, so I can give more leverage on it. But now we're gonna take off that oil filter also. Try to inspect it. So, all right, so that's what it is. We're gonna put this back here. Leave it there. So now what I want to do is unscrew the oil filter. I'm gonna let that fill up. That oil is black. See, that's black. That is black. But let's get this right here together. Unscrew that filter. So you're gonna let that drain also. Put up. Pull that back here. Let that also drain. Put a little more on it because it's drained on both sides. All that drain out. All right. It all drain out. So we're gonna clean all that up before we put the oil filter back on. All right, so we're gonna let it all drain out. It's gonna be that much in it anyway. All right, so I'll let that sit there real quick, and I'll get right back at you. All right, let's get back at it. So what you're gonna do now is check the dipstick. I already checked the dipstick to make sure you ain't got no oil on it. I already cleaned it off and everything. All right, so make sure you check that. But so a lot of y'all that don't really know how to read a dipstick, let me teach you something real quick. When it gets too low, you gotta add oil. This is high right here. All right, so that's when you know you got more than enough. But when it get here, you add oil. So don't never look at that and say, well, you know, maybe I can get a couple miles now. So let's go ahead and get this. All right, let's get it. All right, so what we're gonna do now, oil filter there. So we're gonna go up in here real quick and clean that up real quick. Wipe all that out. And then put the new filter on there. By hand, you don't have to over tighten it. Just make sure you clean everything up over here. So this video gonna help y'all, help anybody that drives a Nissan Altima. You know, it's a really simple job. Sometimes it be a piece of plastic here, you gotta dig it out, but right here you don't have to because the plastic gone. The wheel cover inside is gone, so we're gonna have to go ahead and just do what we can do. So all right, so that's that right there. All right, switch hands. Put this filter up in here. What I usually try to do with the filter also, I try to get, you know, some of the oil off this lip here from inside here and try to put it around this O-ring. All right, so it helps seals it better and go on a whole lot better also. All right, so you're just gonna go ahead and grease around it. This is what I do. And usually I go ahead and put some in here, but I'm not going today because this thing is going sideways and I don't want it to spill out while I'm trying it. But if it was going straight up, I'll fill this up. But since it's going in some on the side, I'm not going to do that. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put that back on. And you can go for which one you want, but we're going to go with this one. You can hand tighten it. You ain't got to go crazy with a wrench. Alright, that's on. Alright, so now we're gonna do now is go ahead and get that bolt and clean that bolt up, beat up. Let's beat the stress. I don't know if they give me, look in the box, see if they gave me. Usually if you buy oil filter, they give you one, but let's see if there's one in the box. Alright, YouTube. Shoot, I didn't know I was recording it, but we got it up in there now. Alright, so we up in there. We tighten them up. We tighten it down. Hope you don't leak, but like I said, if you're going to change the oil yourself, make sure you get a new nut gasket, oil pan gasket washer for it because you're gonna need it. All right, so make sure you get one so it don't leak on you, nothing like that. All right, because this one was bad. They over tighten it. You know, when you go get oil changes, these mechanics, they don't really give a damn. They just keep changing and changing and changing till it leak it down. Something like you blow the motor, you got an oil, now you stuck some damn where. So, all right, so let's get up here, add the oil, and make sure y'all like, share, subscribe to the channel. It's your boy DIY Trucker J, aka J Cool Talk Live. And if you don't catch this video, you would definitely catch this video on my community tab of J Cool Talk Live. All right, so let's get it. That's the oil. So we're gonna leave the oil pan here, just in case anything come out. You still have to start the car. All right, so we're gonna leave that there. The oil black. Yeah, they got their money's worth, so it's the oil filter right there. Let me flip it around for you. All right, clean this foam up, but that's the oil filter, that's the oil and the oil pan. So let's get it. So make sure y'all take a mental note, take a photo of that part number and that oil filter. So next time you might want to put the original back on. So I don't even know if that's the original, but I hope it is. All right, so let's go. All right, so the dipstick right there. Take off this and get a spiller so we can add oil in there. So we're gonna go with this fully synthetic right here. All right, so let me get a dipstick real quick. All right, let me get a spiller so we can. All right, YouTube. Let's get the oil in here real quick. Like I said, we're gonna go with a full synthetic. All right. So we're gonna make sure this get here.
Take your time, you ain't gotta be, ain't gotta be in no rush. I already spilled some on the motor, but that's cool, I get up. We're gonna go there for now. That's the double check. Alright, so 4.5. Alright, so let's finish the rest of this.
We're gonna leave about. We're gonna go down to the 0.5. All right, so we will get down to the 0.5 right there, because only what 4.9 quotes in here, so you want to get down to the 5, leave a little something in there. So definitely check the dipstick. Decide to keep your car healthy and strong. All right, check the dipstick. Yep, we good. See, right there on the dipstick. Is that good over you? Check back down there, turn the car on, and we go from there. That's it with the video, so we're gonna just let it run for a little while, and that's it. So make sure you like, share, and subscribe to the channel. That's pretty much it. It's a full, complete oil change.